Okay, I guess we're live now. We're just trying to paint a sunset here. Got my partner mixing the colors. I think I got that third color in there. Now I'm just gonna keep on going.
Okay, well, you're doing that. I'm gonna start mixing up the orange.
Okay. Let's try to mix that. And we have no viewers. That's okay.
So,
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
small jumps. Small jumps. Do something non-traditional here by using a roller brush rather than a paintbrush. So, you know, we're taking some chances because good art progression always starts and ends with taking chances. There's always the risk of failure, but failure is the prelude to success. So,
Okay.
so we're getting good gradation there.
Getting somewhere here. I kind of like the roller.
Yeah, it makes it quick and
Kind of feels like a graphic paintbrush.
yeah. Or you know what it reminds me of? It has the same. To me, it has the same kind of mental feel of drawing with a ballpoint pen.
So we're just using a roller.
Yeah.
We had a viewer and then they left. Okay, now they're back. So we have a
So what's
viewer.
most important here is that we always stay on the canvas. That's the trick about doing art. To feel fulfilled with your art, you have to constantly do art. Sometimes it takes the inspiration of seeing another artist. Sometimes it might just take a little bit of music or something like that. In this case, what we're doing is the inspiration is using a non-traditional tool like a roller from Home Depot and doing small steps of color, a spectrum of color. So we've done our color sensitivity.
Okay, so this is a darker color.
Yeah. So we're going to be stepping into orange here. Very easy, small strokes.
Just like that.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying the pixelation of the darker into the light here. And here's our main subject matter right there.
Now we're using a roller, not a brush.
Step up to the next red. Staying on the warmer side of our colors here, and remembering one of the basic rules of color is that warm colors pull toward us, cool colors push away. Even though you might have a background that has warm tones, it's going to feel closer to the viewer's eye. Interestingly enough, they say that cool colors actually appeal to individuals who are extremely motivated and achievement oriented, whereas warm colors are more for introverts and people who are more intrinsically or innerly driven. I thought that was interesting. Here you go.
Alright, so Ash is mixing me the colors.
That's a pretty salmon color right there.
Mayonnaise and mustard and ketchup.
Yeah, special sauce. Yum yum sauce.
So I'm just trying to get the feel of the roller brush. And I'm just trying to get the paint.
And interestingly enough, kind of talking about the
setup.
physics of a sunset that has these deep, rich colors. Actually, what a sunset, when it has the deep, rich yellows and oranges and reds, is actually the light hitting pollutants in the air. So if the air was clear, you wouldn't have beautiful sunsets. It actually takes a little bit of pollution to have a beautiful sunset. And a lot of our pollution actually goes over the ocean. That's why when people go to the beach, you have those absolutely gorgeous sunsets, because you're seeing a lot of pollution over the water.
Kind of like this roller. It's getting there.
Okay, step into the next red. That's big. That's going to be a big jump. All right, now we're getting somewhere with this. We're laying down a lot of paint real fast with that roller. How do you feel? How does that experience feel about doing that, Johnny?
It gives me a more even spread.
Okay.
Whereas the brush, you know, a lot more can go wrong.
Does it feel more choppy or more smooth?
It feels more smooth. I like the way the roller works. Just spreads it more easily.
That's going to be a big jump in red.
Not too much.
I see exactly what you're saying about the graphic style of this. There's a lot more of the linear line rather than an organic feel.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you're saying there. Now, you don't want to get too much of this into this because it's going to be too stark.
Right.
We want that good gradation. So we've done yellow into red with orange in here as well. What's the next step that you want to go into?
Just how about mix a little bit of blue in there?
You want to go
blue
with
or
the
purple?
blue so it goes toward purple? Okay.
Yeah, blue or purplish.
Okay, you got it.
But now I'm gonna start getting tight up here.
Okay. As far as the color diversity of this paint, we're using a set of 48 that typically go on sale quite a bit at different art stores. These are acrylics that we're mixing. We're not using water. We're not trying to dilute the pigment emulsion. What we're doing is we're just trying to extend it. When working with acrylics, you want to use extenders if you want to stay fluid and rich. You want to kind of use most extenders. A really cool extender that you can use that makes it very watery, believe it or not, and it has a really good adhesion is Elmer's glue. You can actually use a little bit of Elmer's glue in your acrylic paint and it will give it a nice thick water, well, kind of a thick water. You can spend a little more as far as buying your mediums for acrylics. The formula that's probably the best formula for those that are a little more intermediate oriented is the fact, oh look, person left.
Yeah, they left. He said it's been 1,000 years. Maybe he was my subscriber. So I wasn't sure what he meant. Because I haven't uploaded anything.
Don't be afraid to go thick on that, man. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to save that for darker colors because it's just going to get darker
Okay,
real
gotcha.
quick.
Before I go this, I'm actually going to go with that. This. Looks like a matter. Is that a matter? What is that? What color is it? Oh, it's a cab.
It's looking pretty good, though.
Yeah. It's fast. That's super fast, man. That's what I was kind of wanting to try. I was getting so bogged down here recently with those brushes. You know, I was like, I got to do something to free myself up. Yeah, I was like, man, this is starting to feel tedious. It's not fun. I need something that's fun. You know, I want something quick, something I can lay it down.
Yeah, something quick, and then you're done, and you get to, you know, if someone wants to buy it, they'll buy it.
Or buy it, or you know, let it get it done so I can move on and let it dry and come back
Yeah,
and
true.
adjust. Looking good there, man.
Get in there.
You want a little more purple to go in that kind of top area?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a bold jump then. Big jump here.
So from Microsoft Paint to real paint.
Mm-hmm. Start with your concept sketch in your digital field, and then you're stepping into a traditional field, but you're doing a contemporary traditional. We're using traditional mediums, but in a contemporary manner. Actually, I'm actually really liking that, baby.
Yeah. And then I think the next color can be black.
We go black down there.
Yeah.
Now remember, black
e-
actually
I could
has
even make
a lot
the
of
water.
blue in it.
I could even put. How about we just go to water?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Actually, I don't know. Well, we'll put this on there, and then I'll figure out what I want. Oh, I could kind of see it. Maybe I just got too much color in the roller. All right.
Looks good so far, man. Looks real good.
Yeah.
So now you want to do what down here?
Let's go with what I was thinking about. Let's get like black.
You want to do a black?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could go blue, but then that's not what I was going for at first.
You're going back into symbolism, because water is reflecting the sky.
Right. Right now this is a sunset.
Yeah. So the sunset is reflecting the light of what's in the sky.
Right.
Do you need to wash that out?
Yeah.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that black and I'm going to mix it in with that purple, so you're going to pick up notes of color that you've already laid down. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to come out as black, but it might have some notes in it that look.
I'm gonna have to do a different roller.
Okay. Oh, here. Yeah. Really, the best way to do that is to doing exactly right. Is to put it in there, and then I need this. Let me squeeze this in. impregnated into that roller. There you go.
Thank you.
Here is your black.
Where's the-
See how that black has a purple tint in it rather than straight black? That way you're repeating this color in it
Okay.
without having to think about repeating it. You're doing it kind of in
Yeah.
two strokes. Oh, here we go. Here's the scary part. Uh-oh. Good, bold moves.
Not as sharp as I wanted it to be on
Now
there.
remember, roller, if you want a sharp one, you kind of have to press down a little bit and push.
There it goes. I think I'm running out of my black.
Actually, it might be a little thick. I am gonna hit that with a little bit of water. Here, try that.
Yeah, mix your colors
Good, man. Nice. So this is going to be, I guess, ground then.
Yeah, so we blend it back to this color.
Is that what you want, or do you want to stay in a neutral field so it pops that out?
How do we do that?
We go from black to gray. We'll start working it back out with gray.
Okay.
You feel though when you look at that, man, how if you kind of knock the white out, how much that warm colors pull toward us, and that black pushes back.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Now, so we're going to work back toward white, or toward gray by adding just a little bit of white.
Maybe I'll go back with a black paint and just kind of.
If you want, dude, you could even do like silhouettes of mountains in the back.
What if I cut it with the cutter?
Cut what? Oh yeah, good call. But you gotta wait till that stuff below it dries.
Okay.
It's a little too light. Man, look how fast we did that. We did that sky, dude. And it looks good. I think it looks real good. Ariel. Very nice. I think that was a good choice. I think that gray was a good choice. I don't know if that camera's picking it up as good as real life here. I think it was a very good choice though.
Subtle changes.
You know, get another swipe of that. Now I'll start mixing the next color in. Start lightening in more. Note to self, next time I do this, I need a bigger mixing tray. This mixing tray is a little small for this knife. Go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's quick. I'm already done. It's just this part I need to,
You need to sharpen that up, which is easy because that's just straight.
or like when I first do it. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, or I could even work it that way.
You sure can. Multiple colors is going to give you depth of it. Back into it. Hey.
Maybe I could do like a time lapse kind of deal,
Mm-hmm.
or like, you know what I mean? It'll just start to a speed.
Sorry, man. Let's take it before I mix this.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah, it's lighter. That's lighter. And what I did, in addition to mixing the grape, is I add a little bit of the red that you put in the sunset up top, so it repeats itself. And it should pull the notes off the top and the eye.
Okay.
There you go.
So what colors are those? that
That's
you put?
black, white, and a repeat of the red that we used.
Black,
up here.
white, and repeat of the color up there.
Yeah. Because I'm wanting it to have the communication from the top to the bottom, rather than the top working and the bottom working independently.
Nice.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're going to do a big jump. What we'll do with this big jump, we're actually going to hit it with a little bit of yellow too. Not that yellow we want. This. That color up. what I did there is I add a little bit of that yellow,
Okay.
so it repeats itself. It'll hide in that black.
Little light, but I can still mix it in there. There we go. I can almost finish it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
There we go.
Bingo. And there's the base sunset.
The basic sunset.